The moral of this video is just you cannot be friends with everybody. Because some people are just not good people. And some people may not want to build a friendship with you that lasts for years. Hey sluts, and welcome back to another video. If you guys have not followed me on my Instagram or my TikTok, it'll be somewhere up here on the screen. Go ahead and follow me, you guys. And what are we going to be talking about today? I have a great topic. Yesterday I was brainstorming on things and I didn't know what I was going to specifically talk about, but I went on TikTok and I saw a TikTok about it and I was like, perfect, this is what I'm going to talk about. And I don't know if I'm going to title this, "You can't be friends with everybody," or "not everybody has to like you." It's going to be something along that, but that's going to be the topic for this video today. You cannot be friends with every single person, and this is just true. And not every person is going to like you. That's the thing about it. You have to be very selective with the people that you allow to be friends with you. There's this one saying that's like, a friend to everyone is a friend to no one. And it's so true. I'm not saying you have to go out here and make enemies and blah, blah, blah. No. But you can't like everyone and everyone's not going to like you. Growing up, I used to be the type of person that wanted everyone to kind of like me. And I learned that not everyone's going to. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone is going to want to be your friend. Some people are just going to hate you simply for just being a hater. That's what it is. That's just what happens, and that's just life. And it's good to not have everybody be your friend and like you. It is important to pick your friends. It's important to pick your friend circles that you have, different ones. It's important to have people that have the same values as you, same morals, believe the same things. It is very important to have that. I always preach this, but everyone is craving for community. Everybody wants to be a part of something. They want to feel included with a certain group of people in a community. People are craving that. You see it online a lot. People are craving to have friends. People are craving to be a part of something. And it is important for you to pick your friends and be picky about it. You cannot just invite anybody and everybody to be, yeah, come here, because that's just not going to work. And in the end, you're going to be the one suffering. Not everyone's going to like you. Sorry, hate to break it to you, bitch. Sometimes people just hate you for their own fucking reasons. Oh no. They do. People may not like you because you're obnoxious. People may not like you because you're quiet. People may not like you because you're shy. People may not like you because you're very outgoing. People may not like you because you're full of yourself. People may not like you because you have different hobbies than them. People may not like you because you have the same hobbies of them. People are just not gonna like you. And it's better to not be liked than to be liked by everyone. When I choose my friends and who I want to be around, and this is anytime I make a new connection, I take into consideration how well we mesh together, how well we can relate on a lot of things, and what we have in common. You know, everybody is different. Everybody has their different life. I am friends with people who are married, and I'm not even fucking married, let alone with somebody. Thank God. You want to be friends with someone that is like exactly like you, that literally likes the same things you like, that talks the way you do, that does this and that. Because at some point, you might get tired of them. And I don't know, maybe you'd like that. Maybe you'd like people that are the exact same. But I personally wouldn't, because sometimes I like to be alone. Sometimes I don't want to be going all out and, you know, oh my God, and keep it a 10. I cannot be at a 10 24/7. And picking your community, picking the people you want to keep in your circle is very important. And it sucks. It sucks not being liked by everyone, because you go into an environment hoping that you make a good impression. Some of you guys may be in college, and so some of you guys will be in these big groups of a lot of different people around your age. You want to connect with people, right? You want to talk to people, you want to make friends, you want to do this, you know, have memories, build memories, right? You're gonna learn along the way that, like, some people don't make you feel good. Some people will say shit behind your back and be fake. Some people are just not good people to have around. And it's your job to take care of yourself, protect yourself, and have people that make you feel good around yourself. That's what you can control. And you also shouldn't have to change yourself in order for someone to like you. That's the thing that I see a lot too. I see a lot of people that tend to lose themselves, and this could go into relationships as well, because this could be very much more open. It doesn't always have to be just friendships and communities and this and that, or specific groups. It could also involve relationships. You do not want to lose yourself. Having friends around you, having people around you that make you change yourself, I don't think are good friends. Friends are supposed to accept you for you. If you're doing something awful and evil, that's different, you know? If you're doing something that your friends call you out on, that is totally different. But you should not feel like you need to change yourself in order for people to like you. And this happens a lot. You know, there are a lot of minorities on here. There's a lot of like the LGBTQ, you know, we call it coding. There's also code switching. There's so many different types of terminology for it. And in some cases, some people just do it naturally. And for many different reasons, you know, and I understand those reasons specifically. I get it. The best way to make friends, the best way to have connections, the best way to know who you can have in your circle and who you can't is when you're unapologetically yourself. You're going to gravitate people. People are going to come to you. You know, when I go out and I decide to pick a very color scheme for my outfit and I go out and I, you know, roll my shoulders back, just like in one of my last videos I talk about confidence, roll your shoulders back, head high, you know, blah, blah, blah. People will come up to you. People will talk to you. People will compliment you. I think it's all about how the way you handle yourself, because some people on here may also be like, well, I have anxiety. Well, I'm shy. Well, I'm this. Well, I'm that. And that's okay. Those aren't technically bad things to have unless it's heavily affecting your life to where you can't do some certain things. That's when it's bad. But if it's just, you know, naturally there, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think having anxiety is bad. I don't think being shy is bad. Sometimes you have to be shy in certain situations, you know? Sometimes you don't want to talk about this and that. Sometimes you just don't want to open up and you just want to listen to everybody else and observe. That's okay. There are some people out in this world that are probably watching this that are probably having a hard time on even starting a conversation. Some people out there don't know how to start a conversation, don't know how to build on the conversation. They have, I would say, communication bumps where they can't communicate either properly or they can't continue the discussion. Just take it little by little and don't lose yourself. That's my number one thing. My number one thing that I always preach on this channel specifically is to be authentic and be yourself. People will see right through it. People will see right through it. I see some creators on here that are like very, 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 very popular, very, very up there in numbers, and some of them are bad people. I'll say it. Some of them are very bad people, but I see some of these creators and they try to put up this type of persona, and I can tell based off of just the video, or if it's a TikTok video they do, I can tell easily. I look at the video and I'm like, this is so fake. This is not you. You're not being authentic. You're not being real. You're putting on this persona, and people can tell. People aren't fucking stupid. I had a comment on one of my videos, you guys could probably see it and find it, where someone had said something about like, you should lose the profanity, I think, and you'll gravitate more people. And when I read that comment, I was like, well, if I lose my profanity, then that's not authentic to who I am and me. You know, I cuss, but I don't cuss every other word. And if I cuss, I have to. And some of y'all would be like, well, you don't really have to. I don't care. I don't fucking care. People who are on my channel, people who subscribe, people who like, people who watch, people who share, they are gravitated to something about me. Whether it's the message in the video, whether it's just how I talk, whether it's maybe you find humor in some of the things I do and say and stuff like that, or reenact situations, people gravitate to that. If I started changing myself, if I took other people's advice that wasn't asked for, and I started changing myself and I was like more polished and professional and this and that and ooh, you know, whatever, cool, lose the profanity, whatever, I probably wouldn't be making as many videos, and people would probably be able to tell that I'm not being authentic. I'm not being myself. I'm not being true to myself. And there is nothing worth listening to somebody that is not being authentic. You have to unapologetically be yourself. And you'll find your friends, you'll find your group of friends. Growing up, I have been through so many friend groups. You can even like compare it to pre-COVID and post-COVID, because a lot of the friends, and I've always had this theory, that a lot of the friends that you have pre-COVID don't last post-COVID. Raise your hand if anyone here has had a good friend circle before COVID and when COVID happened, but you guys are no longer close and like tight after COVID happened. Raise your hand. Yes, you in the back. Raise your hand as well. I want to see all hands raised. Whoever has had this happen, because I have had this happen. And it doesn't have to be anything super bad where, you know, somebody like started drama. Sometimes some things just don't work out. People have different lives. People have different lives, people have different paths, and sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes people just fall apart, and it's natural. It's not that there's any malicious intent or a real reason for this. It's just sometimes that happens. And that happened to me. I had a good like friend group. I actually had, I think, 2 good friend groups post-COVID, and then when COVID happened, and then afterwards we just all kind of scurried away. Some of the friends are still friends, but like I'm like totally away from that picture, you know? It just happens. And it goes both ways. It takes 2 people to tango, and if one person doesn't want to tango, it's only one left. And you can't force shit to happen. Again, you can't force people to like you. You can't force people to be your friends. You can't. We all have choices. You can't make somebody do something they don't want to do when it comes to people you want around your circle. You know, there's been people that I'm like, oh my God, oh, you'd be such a good friend. Oh my God, blah, blah. And there's been people that like I literally have hit up to hang out because when we were together, whether it was at work or something else that we did, it was fun. But I've also gotten the message or the hint, hey, I don't really want to hang out with you, or hey, I don't see us being long-term friends. And that is okay. There is no ill will in that either. That is 1000% okay, because it happens. It's like, no, there is no bad juju here. Like, it's okay. And there's one person that comes to mind on this, and I saw them recently, a couple months ago, I'd say. I saw them recently. And we were just like, oh my God, hey, you know, it was very friendly, very cordial, very civil. It was no bad blood. It was just like meeting a new person. Oh my God, how are you? I'm like, cool, great, small talk, awesome, great, cool, done, go our separate ways. That's how it was. And it was fine, it's okay. But at one point, I really wanted them to like be our friend and hang out with my friend and stuff like that. And we all just come together and have a good time. But that person didn't want to. That person didn't want to for whatever reason, and that is 100% okay. Guess what? Some people aren't going to want to be your friends. Oh no, end of the world. Some people aren't going to want to be your friends. But you shouldn't want to be friends with everybody. A friend that's a friend to everybody is a friend to none. That's why I'm glad when I meet some people and we start talking and stuff and they start talking about like their enemies or their ops or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm like, okay, thank God you're not somebody that tries to play both sides and do this and that and, oh, I'm their friend and I'm their friend and these two are beefing and blah, 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 blah. Because sometimes you just gotta be like, well, fuck them. Fuck them. Sometimes you have to be that way. I have had friends that is like 10, 15-year-long friendships. I've had friends like that. I have friends that I literally made a couple years ago that are about to be half a decade friends, and people that I love keep dear to me. And then there are some friends that like will text here and there, and we're still friends, but we understand that we're busy and stuff like that, and it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to hang out every day. You don't have to talk every single day. This person's your friend, not your fucking boyfriend or girlfriend. Or they friend. Like, you know, it is unrealistic to expect everybody to be friends with you, to be like, oh my God, bestie. Like, it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic. It's not going to happen. And it's 100% okay. It's 100% okay. People aren't going to like you. oh well, the world moves, tomorrow's a new day. But it is very important for when you do pick your friends, or when you do decide to keep people close to you, whether this is after high school, after college, during college, whatever, it's very important you pick wisely. Pick people that make you feel good. Pick people that don't bully you and make you feel fucking like shit. Pick people that are funny. Pick people that have the same interests in you. Read the same books. Watch the same movies. Pick people that literally love to do weird shit. You know what? Fall is coming up. I know a lot of my friends, and some of y'all may be watching, we're going to the pumpkin patch. We're going to haunted houses. We're going to bake. We are going to get pumpkin spice lattes. We're going to do that. Love y'all if y'all are watching. But we're going to do that. You need to find people that also have the same interests that you have. It's so important. I feel like in today's age, we're all craving for some sense of community and feeling like we belong and feel like we're a part of something. I'm gonna end the video here though. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I am currently in a new setting. I moved into my apartment and like I try to film on my bed right here, but like the lighting wasn't good. So now I'm trying to film here, but like the window's literally right in front of me and you can see it like right here, the glare. I fucking hate that. Anyone who has glasses can relate. I hate this because I'm trying to film here and it's happened a couple times in my past videos as well. But anywho, we move. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, all my social media will be down here below. You guys go ahead and follow me, subscribe, like, whatever. Be true to yourself, bestie, because all you have is yourself in this world. Hold my hands and we'll say this together. I will not accept a life I do not deserve. And I will see you guys in the next video.